Mandy, in your experience, and I have a view on this as well, but I'm going to ask you first. Do you think that schools get enough trauma-informed education themselves
No,
in order to... Didn't even finish the question.
no,
It's a no
no.
from her. And my answer is exactly the same. And you and I both offer and deliver, trauma-informed teaching training, trauma-informed education for schools, whether it's primary, secondary, nurseries, college, whatever. We both offer this, and we've had conversations about this outside of the pod, where we are still today baffled by how many people don't get this.
Mhm.
The fact that it's not included in teacher training. I think I've mentioned before, my best friend is a primary school teacher. She wrote her dissertation on attachment for children in schools, in education, and what that looks like. A cracking piece. She won awards for it. And yet she had half a day in university to learn about that, and then another day or half a day on neurodiversity.
It's
It's just not
ridiculous.
there, is it? So how on earth are we expecting teachers, senior leadership, even governors of schools
Yeah,
to be able to be trauma informed
yeah,
if it's not even coming from the root? And if you're not trauma informed, there's categorically no way that you will be trauma responsive. And this is where the majority of what we've talked about today has become a problem. The personal boundaries, recognizing the Jekyll and Hyde children, offering that sympathetic face when it's just not appropriate. I'm not saying don't empathize with the child who's doing that, but if you're being empathic, you're being trauma responsive, aren't you? So
yeah,
it all links in. But there's
yeah,
just
yeah,
not
yeah.
enough, is there? There's just not enough out there. And again, I know we've talked before about when we've delivered training, just the difference in responses in the room when you deliver to teachers, including senior leadership, where you get almost half the room are absorbing, they're sponges, they want to know more, that you can see the pennies dropping, you can see them wanting these one-liners in terms of empathic commentary and ways to work with parents because they can see the issue, they want to be informed, to be responsive, and yet there is still, maybe half is a bit much, but there is a cohort within the room that look daggers at you for daring to challenge what they think is right.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is hard. And again, you and I have both said these are the people that we will dig our heels in with even more. And dare I say it, maybe pick on them a little bit in the room to make our point so clear. To
I think
make our point so clear.
what we need to make clear to anyone who's listening and to each other is I'm not talking about schools today because I don't value teachers. I don't value our education system. It's not about creating a them and us,
Absolutely.
conspiracy theory. I just feel that actually we do need to stand proud and we need to say, I don't come into your classroom and tell you how to teach.
Yeah.
Please don't tell me how to therapeutically parent my child
Yeah.
unless you know.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got experience of living with traumatized children, if you've completed trauma-informed teacher training, then that's brilliant. I will listen to your opinion.
Mm.
If you haven't, I'm afraid
Mm.
I'm not going to buy into what you're saying.
No.
My care experienced traumatized child is not a spoilt brat.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are surviving and reacting. And if we can change that mindset, then we will see those children differently. Does that mean that out of all of the children I have had, and I used to work in schools, before I was fostering, I was a teaching assistant in a secondary girls' school, and that was a whole different story and podcast.
I can imagine.
It was a joy and a pleasure. So it's not like I am having meetings with school and I haven't got an insight as to where they're coming from. But we have to work together. It has to be a collaboration. We're all part of a network trying to get our child to the best position possible, ready for adulthood. Now, if I'm going to be falling out with their year 6 teacher every other day because she can't control the class and it's actually really frightening for my child and he's hiding under the table, this isn't working, and we need to sit back and reflect on what we can do differently. What do I need to do differently to prepare him? And what do you
Mhm.
need to do differently to make that work in a room?
Yeah. Yeah.